shigami are in fact a product of a metaphor for both the inherent and the latent spirit.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the knowledge you got from heaven. That's a heaven knowledge.
We're not to say that people are good and bad. Also, I would say, reading this, you're flipping through it. As an English major, I keep mentioning that, sorry. I kind of, it bothers me sometimes, when authors are still alive, because they can tell you what they meant. And before this came out, I had all these brilliant ideas, and then I read it, and it was kind of like, I just thought that would be cool. Those numbers don't mean anything. The apples just look nice. But, there's all this mythology and metaphors and stuff. I was just kind of bummed about that. And kind of like the same thing with the Shinigami thing that our lovely Angel L mentioned. It could be, we don't know, probably not. Because apparently, nothing means anything in the story, which, yeah, probably disappointed me.
Okay, so I think a little off topic, but I think it's really important that the characters are mostly very young. They're 18, 20. And their morality hasn't, and ethics haven't really matured to an extreme gray area. They are still seeing things in black and white for the most part. Until you get to characters like Masuda who are older and use these gray area as opposed to L, Light, Mellow, who are you're good or you're bad.
Is not even a full year older than Al. Can't really tell though. Yeah, you don't think. But then we kind of also get into Mr. Yagami, who, again, I like him. I keep grabbing him for a while because he, I don't know if people are going to yell at me, but to me, he is the one just character, because he's very familiar with his position as a law enforcement officer. He doesn't want to kill. When he breaking into Mello's hideout, he's traded for the Shinigami eyes. He's got the notebook open. He's got his first name written down. He's like, "Don't make me do it. You had this one chance to run away," and he doesn't write it down. He ends up, dying before it's possible. And I think he's the one who holds on to that ideal. He doesn't let himself. He's the one who doesn't let himself be corrupted by the death note. So he, kind of going back to what Tina said about choice, he didn't want to. It was kind of his little last resort, and he didn't even get into it.
Okay, so I'm kind of going back onto the human curiosity thing. There's always a saying that curiosity kills a cat, and that's what ended up happening to Light. He did that because of the death note, because he was curious.
Sorry, spoiler warning. I'm assuming everyone.
Spoiler book says.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have.
Al was wearing expected.
That's kind of about Suda fan, isn't it? Right? You're about Suda fan, right?
I hold on.
Oh, wait, never mind. I was worried.
Yeah.
That's okay if you like you more that up. You don't have to talk about it.
Other than just the innocent human character, but about the evil issue involving Ryuk is how can we as humans say the Shinigami is good or evil? The Shinigami moral code, if you will, is set forth by the Shinigami King, which, at least in the mock-up volume 12, is never fully revealed. So I sort of saw Ryuk from the perspective of the Shinigami maybe as like a behavioral scientist. And he mentioned to Light that most people get caught or get found out about the death note at some point. So it makes you wonder how many times does Ryuk drop the death note accidentally? And throughout the whole series, he's a passive observer, and
Oh, are you going to talk about Nier? Oh, because I tend to avoid him.
We can talk about it.
No, talk about Nier. Talk about Nier.
Come up here, talk about it.
I just wanted to say that Mikami Taylor is much too underappreciated. He is awesome. He is awesome. I mean, he helps like in everything. He helps, he helps get past Nier, helps to get all the attention away from Light. He tried to help him by being another hero, and yet nobody notices that. Everybody notices Light and never Mikami Taylor. He's much too unappreciated. Go Mikami Taylor. He was on our list. I know. He was actually four on the list of like minor characters we were going to talk about. I'm sorry. Whenever we talk about him, we call him Sacho Man. So it took me a while to remember what his name was. But yeah, Mikami, he falls under the obsessive category. He is the male version of Misa, which, he's interesting because he is the only secondary character who gets a backstory, which I think is something, I like to think the authors intended, to develop his character. And I think he's more extreme than Raito is, because his is like, okay, heroes, good, everything else, bad. So I think he is the most clear-cut set of ideals.
Well, I was just going to mention if anyone wanted to comment on like the sense of blind devotion that he has, but along with...
And I have so much to comment on everything you say, and I'm trying to like fit it in.
There you go, Stan.
Yeah, okay. But blind devotion plays a big role within Anissa, Takada, and Dakujo Master. So, like, that is like a question of like... Well, okay, it's not a question. That probably can be problematic in defining like what your morals are, when there's just like, when you devote yourself to it and you're kind of losing your agency because you're just following it along.
Death knows the greatest intellectual property ever developed by man. Monster first. The thing about monster is that his color is yellow. And yellow represented innocence and the people. You will notice that when Light bit the apple in the opening, the world was yellow. But he bit the apple and it became red, which meant Light painted the world. Now, the thing about it is, Mazda ended up shooting Light. So it's only, Mazda represented the people. So it was only right that Mazda be the one to shoot Light, him representing the yellow that Light corrupted. Now to Ryuk. And the first opening is declaration, is Light's declaration to the world. The first opening is that. The second opening is the story of Ryuk. It's told from Ryuk's perspective. People may not like it as much, but it's told from Ryuk's perspective. So, one thing that they show Ryuk doing is dancing with the apple. Now in the manual, it says red is the color of life. So, that's Ryuk dancing with the lives of the people, playing with the lives of the people. Yeah, and they show Ryuk taking the apple. That's kind of like how he's taking it around the Death Note and following it around. Another thing about Ryuk is, did you know that apple sickness was fake? Don't you know when he acted like he had apple sickness?
Oh, I figured.